So, Matt, what was your connection to him early on?
You're younger. You're too young to have really experienced, I think, like Stranger and things like that, I imagine. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for me, the first record was really Songs in the Attic was the one that kind of changed my view of him, because before that, it was kind of MTV songs, and I was not, even though I appreciated those songs at the time, they didn't necessarily ring my bell, like, you know, the way that when I heard Songs in the Attic, when I heard Miami 2017, when I heard those songs, just had an emotional heft to them that felt more, it's funny, in retrospect, they're very Springsteen, but they're much, to me, they spoke to me much more than Springsteen did. Probably because they're better.
You lost Phil right now.
That's all right.
No, and I love Springsteen, but to me, Billy Joel was just such a better melodic writer.
Definitely melodies. I mean, and you actually, I don't want to skip ahead, but I listened to some of the EP, and the single you've released is
Only the Good Die Young,
which is great. It's a very faithful
rendition. Yeah.
But the other one that's on iTunes right now,
Uptown Girl,
that got me because it's a complete reimagining of the song, but you are honoring his melody writing.
Yeah.
That melody is beautiful. And when you slow it down the way you did without the doo-wop component, it's absolutely beautiful in a beautiful, dreamy, nostalgic, gorgeous way. And you could not have done him a better service than doing it that way.
That's awesome. Thank you. No, his sense of melody is his like superpower. He has a couple superpowers, his chords, the chords which he plays against the melodies, and then the melodies. And songs like Uptown Girl, Allentown is another one that's sort of
one of my favorites. Literally an incredible.
I mean, it's like master class level writing, like Brian Wilson level.
Oh yeah.
And he gets none of the credit for his melodies against chords against, I don't know why, but he has hit that bar so many times.
Well, it's like that Elton John doc that I watched. They both have classical training.
Yeah,
they do. But it was so funny. There's an old video like traipsing around on, I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube, on TikTok and whatnot, of Billy Joel like sitting at a piano in an apartment, and he's wearing like one of those page boy hats, and he talks about Elton John, and he talks about Neil Young. He's like, I couldn't write a Neil Young song because it's too simple. He's like, I can't. My mind doesn't think of that way. But at the same moment, it was kind of like a backhanded compliment to Neil Young. But he was like, he just writes in a simple way at the piano, and that's just not what he does. And Elton John, he was like plays a little more. What do you say, bluesier or
he
jazzier?
says like a ballroom kind of New Orleans, like because he's got more of a barrel.
Honky-tonk.
Yeah. I mean, but those, I mean, you know,
Billy, but I have to say, Billy can be humble, because he told me I interviewed him a number of times, including for a Rolling Stone cover story around the time of Stormfront, where I got to talk to him in the We Didn't Start the Fire, which is a complicated time to speak to him. But he did say I asked about Elton, and he goes, difference is Elton's got two good hands, I got one, which I think is too humble.
That's a
because I think Billy is an unbelievable musician. The thing I wanted to ask you, though, is to sort of irritate Phil. I grew up in Tenafly, New Jersey, in Bruce territory. But I went to the student summer program at Cornell, and I remember it was the exact summer where it was like as close to a hip hop feud as I ever had. Was there were the kids from New Jersey and Springsteen. I think it was the River. It must have been T-shirts, and there were all the kids from Long Island in Glass House's Billy Joel, and that was our rumble. If we were men enough to rumble, that's what we would have rumbled.
I was going to ask Phil, growing up, obviously I know now what the answer is, but there, to love Billy Joel and come from Long Island, but at a time when Springsteen was really the cooler of the two, and Springsteen had his image down. Billy Joel was very transparently Billy Joel the entire way through. Springsteen's was so cultivated, and his image of a gang or whatever. And I always imagined Billy Joel's band was much more of a gang, actually, much more of a collaborative experience. And so as a kid growing up, did you have trouble ever with the two in your brain, or did you just kind of hang with both?
That's a great question. I came to them around the same exact time. Billy Joel was more identifiable to me, and Springsteen was more aspirational.
Yes.
I could not ever be cool like Bruce Springsteen, so I idolized him.
Yeah, Bruce
Billy
Springsteen
Joel,
could never be cool like Bruce Springsteen.
As if he was family.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A familiarity, and yet certainly I would say Springsteen for the rock outside of your personality and Billy Joel for the more musical side of your personality. The way I felt about Elton in a way, although Elton was foreign.
Yes.
Right?
And Elton is more of like Elton to me feels very much more prog rock in the way that he approaches songs. They feel a little bit more, they kind of roll in this way where they don't have structure as traditionally as either Springsteen or Billy Joel. But the Elton John, was kind of an alien, right? Because he was from England and he was sort of dressing weird.
Across the water from us.
But he got to me earliest, Elton.
Oh, he did? Okay, yeah.
So I was born in 1960, so I was 13 when Goodbye Yellow Brick Road came out. And that was the thing that
hit you.
Holy cow, never heard someone so great.
I think Tumbleweed Connection is one of the best albums, top to bottom. And it's like a country album that this guy, every song after song after song after song of that album.
His reign for like 6 years.
But his reign of being the coolest, Elton John was the coolest dude ever.
He was our Beatles for our
So we saw the Elton John, Billy Joel Two Pianos tour in St. Louis.
Did you see it, Matt?
No, I didn't see it.
That was a good show.
That was amazing.
Somebody must have film of that.